everyone, Morrow here again. Back in December of last year, I posted a video of a paper mache project I did where I made a bunch of monster-themed keychains and called them Moniscules. At the beginning of that video, I showed an example of how I mixed together glue, paint, and tissue paper to create my sculpting material. I began by shaping it into a frog so I could show this beginning step. Now, normally I'm not a realism artist, and I prefer to create fantastical, whimsical, sci-fi, or creepy things. However, someone that I know IRL saw me sculpt my monsters, asked for me to sculpt a frog. Giving me the artistic freedom to create it how I pleased, I decided to make a very wacky looking frog. After making the sculpting paper mache material, assembling it and letting it dry for a few days since it was bigger than my smaller monster keychains that had to dry for that long, I decided to give my frog a mohawk. To do this, I used a leftover plastic frilly mini dollar store Christmas tree material that I used in my first monster keychain project, as shown here. I cut some of the branches off and glued it to the top of my frog sculpture's head in the form of a mohawk. I trimmed it down to make it more even with a pair of scissors. I wanted this frog to exude craziness and energy, so I gave it this fun blue lightning pattern running down its back and legs. Continuing with my very crazy sort of style going on here, I created a pair of asymmetrical eye shapes, one wide open and the other half closed. As you can see, when I had sculpted this frog, I made one eyeball smaller than the other. Since the first layer of blue lightning bolts has now finished drying, it is time to go over it again with a lighter shade of blue to enhance the lightning effect. And after that layer of color is done drying, it is time to go over it again with a white colored layer of paint. Now it really pops. And of course, a variety of red and pinks for the interior of the mouth. I made sure to sculpt earlier a tongue sticking out to make it more interesting. Now time for the irises and pupils. I create a design that is both yellow and blue because I've been using a lot of blue in other parts of the design from the lightning, and yellow because it is the complementary color of purple, which is the color of the rest of the body of the frog. I don't want to keep these Christmas tree branches greens, the ones that I use for the mohawk here, because they are no longer branches. They are hair. And I will be choosing another yellow that suits the overall design of the frog, a yellowy orange one. Orange is the complementary color of blue, and yellow will match the frog's eyes. And I'm not sure if I've mentioned this, it's also hard to notice from this camera angle in particular, but I also gave this frog a bit of a goatee. Maybe this is a bit of a rock star frog? I don't know. I just felt like it would go with the overall design. The hair took several coats of paint to finally successfully cover up all of the green underneath it. This wasn't the final step though. I also gave the whole sculpture a thick coat of Mod Podge acrylic sealer to further harden it and protect the paint. My camera just wasn't recording for this final step, so it is what it is. Just know that this is an important step if you guys plan to do something similar. And there we have it. My own take on a frog sculpture in my style. I am not sure what to name this guy, but every time someone asked me what I was working on, I always responded with a frog. So I'll just call him that until I pass him on to his new owner. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this shorter than normal video from me. In case you haven't already, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for future art, craft, and gaming related videos. As always, see you tomorrow, whenever that might be. Bye-bye!